For my mini video 3, I decided to do the synopsis of chromosomes. Let's first begin in identifying the two individuals that we're looking at. It is so that it's easier to refer to them. Individual 1 can be referred to as Meredith, or an individual 2 can be referred to as Christina. You might know them from Grey's Anatomy. As doctors, they recently dealt with a patient who lost their child after giving birth. This made them curious about their own fertilization, thus they got genetic testing done. For Meredith, we can place the chromosomes on top of each other to get a better look at the sequence. It helps if you flip the bottom one around to see if there are any aberrations among the chromosomes. In this case, we can see that we are faced with paracentric inversion. Paracentric inversion results when part of the chromosome is flipped end to end, in this case the KJI portion. In addition, we know that it must be paracentric because it contains the centromere, or in this case the period. Paracentric inversion does not contain the centromere. In looking at the inversion loop for this sequence, it is abnormal due to the aberration that these chromosomes have, paracentric inversion. The crossover event occurs between J and K. In looking at each of the 4 possible chromatids that are produced from the crossover, we get these results. We notice that there are only 4 viable gametes, as 2 of the chromatids do not contain all of the genetic material. These are the 2 chromatids of Meredith that we are left with that would be viable options. For Christina, we can do the same thing in putting the chromosomes on top of each other and also flipping the bottom chromosome around. This allows us to see that they are identical, and therefore there are no aberrations present. This also makes it easier for us to draw out the possible chromatids. In looking at the crossover event between J and K, we can see that all 4 results give us the exact same chromatids, all of which contain all of the genetic material, so all of them are viable gametes. Based on the number of viable chromatids between Meredith and Christina, we can see that there is a big difference in fitness between the two, as Christina has many more viable chromatid options than Meredith. She is going to have a much easier time getting pregnant, as all of her chromatids will go on to produce viable gametes, which can lead to offspring. In contrast, only 50% of Merediths have that possibility, which makes it much harder for her to have children. All in all, there are options for both of them, and it was smart to get tested.